Man, I gotta say, after they added Randall Cobb, it's not looking too good for those wide receivers in that locker room. What's up, Packer Nation? It's Chad Easterling again with another video on the green and yellow Packers. So with the addition of Randall Cobb coming to our locker room, I now am thinking of the big question is, who is going to make the roster when it comes to being a wide receiver? And honestly, I have to tell you, the answer is already on paper. Once they solidified Randall Cobb coming into the building, I knew exactly who was going to make this team when it comes to wide receiver. I mean, you don't bring in Randall Cobb unless he's going to make the team. It would make no sense to go ahead and cut him after all of this. After you're trying to make Rodgers happy and you trade a 6th round pick, he's not going anywhere. And let's face it, we're not cutting Davonte Adams. So right there already alone, that leaves you Davonte Adams, Randall Cobb, and you also have Allen Lazard, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Devin Funches, and then you also got your rookie that you are definitely going to keep, Amari Rodgers. So with my count right there, that's already 6. If I'm correct, I do believe that the Green Bay Packers last year only kept 5 initial receivers on the initial roster. So I'm already tallying one more than they had last year on the initial roster. I mean, it's simple to me. Those are the 6. Those are the 6 who are going to make this team this year already initially. I'm sure you're going to have some be on the practice squad or maybe some that are brought up through injuries and whatnot. But as far as the rest of the squad, I mean, you got Bailey Gaither, Jawan Winfrey, Equanimeous St. Brown, you got Chris Blair, Malik Taylor, and Reggie Begelton. Oh yeah, and they have another one, it's DeAndre Thompkins. So, I mean, that is 13 receivers. I mean, if you're a receiver right now in that locker room, you know there's pretty much no chance you're making this squad. I mean, let's just say they end up keeping a 7th wide receiver on the roster just for special teams or kickoff returns, anything like that. If I had to choose from those other 7 that are on there, I probably would have to choose either Malik Taylor or Equanimeous St. Brown, just due to the fact that they were on the actual squad last year. This is a very, very crowded wide receiver locker room. I mean, there's always competition and depth on a position, but man, this one probably beats it all. I honestly don't know if we have any more depth on a position than the wide receiver depth right now. I mean, we wouldn't even keep a 4th quarterback during camp, but we keep 13 receivers? That's crazy. The reason I say I picked Davonte Adams, obviously he's like the best receiver in the NFL, arguably. Then Randall Cobb, of course, I've already mentioned it. We traded for him, and Aaron Rodgers wants him, so why would we get rid of him? Then you got Allen Lazard. He broke out last year. Yes, he had a couple of injuries here and there, but he is still solid. And Marquez Valdes-Scantling, I think he finally found his footing last year. I think he'll only get better this year, so I think it's going to be a breakout season for him this year. Devin Funches, he took a pay cut. He was supposed to be there last year, but due to COVID with his family, he decided to sit out, which is reasonable. But I think Devin Funches is going to do wonders for us this year, especially maybe in the red zone with his length. And then you got Amari Rodgers. He can do the punt returns, kickoff returns. He's also a speedster. He can also do the gadget plays that we want him to do. And he could also be a slot whenever Randall Cobb's not in there. So it just makes total sense for these guys to make this team. I'm pretty sure the organization already knows who their 6 receivers are going to be. They're going to keep these guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it right now. But like I said, if they're going to keep any other ones, if they're going to keep at least one, it would probably be Equanimeous St. Brown, or it would be Malik Taylor because they both were on the squad last year. I mean, it's kind of sad. You're one of these guys on this roster right now, and you're trying to compete. You're basically only competing now for what's going to be another team picking you up or being on the practice squad. Because you know you have no chance to make the actual roster, so you're going to go out to these preseason games and basically fight your way for a roster spot on another team or to be on the practice squad. But yeah, guys, what do y'all think? Who do you think is going to make the roster when it comes to the wide receiver spot? Do you think it's going to be 5 positions, or it's going to be 6, or maybe even 7? Please comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you also haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, guys, keep wearing that green and yellow, and go Pack Go.